Desktopers, Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back for results and review of the 2023 Flex Weekend Pro in Italy. And Nathan De Asha wins and takes that 2023 Mr Olympia qualification against Regan Grimes, Blessing Awodibu, Roman Fritz, Liang Yan. Those are the guys in the top five. I'm going to break it down to first and second call out, and this is from the finals of that same contest where Regan Grimes really improved a lot. He really, really did. I have Nathan De Asha convincingly after prejudging, but Regan Grimes came back with a better tan and looked so much better. Um, Unbelievably better. So I had Nathan easily winning that front double bicep on prejudging. And then I still had him winning, but this lat spread looks dramatically closer. And you guys that are watching live and on replay can let me know. And Time is Muscle, who's in the comments right now, says, I was there. I just left there. Let me know who you had winning in person. He says Nathan won hands down. And that was my opinion too of it as well. And let me know if you think he was better in person at finals as well, because I thought he's much better with that tan for sure. Still had Nathan winning those first two, and that side chest as he's going into it and he's moving. But look at Regan. It looked like Regan filled out dramatically. I don't know what Regan did between prejudging and finals. He looked much, much better. Timer's Muscle was saying Roman was impressive, and he definitely was. But you can see here, Regan looks so much better. Like, you can even make a case for Regan winning more poses at finals than he did at prejudging. Just very, very impressive changes. Whatever was done, he needs to do that for the next show and come back with a tan like this, because he was a little bit, I suppose you'd say, matte looking and flat at the actual prejudging. But then at finals, everything seemed to change for Regan Grimes. But they did only do one round of comparisons at finals as well, compared to the numerous rounds they did at prejudging. So I think they had already made their decision on who was actually going to win this one. And yeah, they had already decided. But Nathan De Asha looked spectacular, so dense, so round. And I think this is one of Nathan's all-time best physiques, if not his all-time best, working with Stefan, who was, or who is, Urs Kalaczynski's coach as well. So really, really impressive. I went through this a lot as well in my live stream that I did. But let's get on to the second call out, talk about that a bit. Then we'll go to the prejudging footage, and you guys can see how different it was between Nathan De Asha and Regan Grimes. But we've got from left to right here, we've got Liang Yan, who finished in fourth place in this contest. A really, really good showing for him. Roman Fritz in the middle, who finished in third place, looked spectacular. The best ever Roman Fritz we've ever seen. Best ever Liang Yan we've ever seen. And then Blessing Awodibu, who, in this lighting, I'd say on the right-hand side of the stage, is doing him no credit. And I think he looked best when he actually first came out at prejudging. So let's go through it. Front double bicep, I'd probably say Liang Yan on that one. But when you see other photos of Roman close up and at other stages as well, I'd say he looked a little bit better earlier. I would say Roman Fritz. Roman Fritz or Liang Yan on that front lat spread as well. Side chest, you can see the crazy conditioning there from Roman. But Liang Yan looks really good. Probably say Roman on that side chest. I think it was a deserved third for Roman Fritz. Third was Roman in the middle for those who were asking. Look at that conditioning from Roman. That was the wild thing about this contest. I think he cleans up these back shots. And it's crazy because Blessing has that crazy muscularity through his upper back as well. He's got big shoulders, big arms. And Blessing was in fifth for those who were asking and just joining live. Look at that conditioning on Roman. For that reason, I would give him the rear lat spread. But back-wise, I'd say Blessing is the best there. Crazy waist to especially upper lat taper there. Side chest or side tricep rather now. Roman Fritz looks really good on that in certain aspects for sure. Like when he hits that shot, side tricep is sort of Roman shot when he hits it right. And he's posing a lot better in this contest too. And you can see the way he hits that ab pose. Could turn the shoulders around a little bit more, but I'm sort of nitpicking at this point. Looks really good. Liang Yan's good there. Blessing looks really good on that pose as well when he's turning. I just think this show didn't suit the guys with darker complexions. I think it hurt them a little bit. Great, most muscular there from Roman Fritz. Liang Yan looks crazy. Blessing even looks really good when he gets into it. And Liang Yang reminds me a lot of like a Carlos Thomas Jr. Looked really good. And then this is the pre-judging. So you can see here the difference in Regan Grimes. I'll quickly head back to the start where you can see him at the finals. You can see the difference in tan there to here. So that this was prejudging. I think that's what really hurt Regan Grimes. I think Nathan would have won this show anyway, but I think Nathan flattened out a little bit for the finals and Regan looked like he filled up. I don't know if he ate anything between. I'd love to get Regan on to actually discuss this a little bit because he looked dramatically better than this at finals. And I can't imagine it was just the tan, but maybe it was. Maybe he just had more glaze on him and more tan, and it just highlighted his conditioning that much more. But you guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. Which shots did you have Regan Grimes winning? I had Regan, challenging on some of the back shots, but when you actually go and look at the photos as well, it makes it a little bit harder to give him too many shots in this contest. But there were certain ones where he definitely challenged, but there's a few shots where Nathan, I thought, won hands down, and that was the difference in this contest. Like the front double bicep, I thought that Nathan dominated. Even those back shots, when you see photos of them and other footage, like he looks really, really dense. He had more of that thickness through the mid back, like his traps run down his back, super dense, super, I suppose you'd say, mature muscle at this stage. And what a comeback it was from Nathan De Asha, because this dude's torn both biceps, which is crazy to come back from. And he's able to come back and look at that super tight waist, locks out his quads, shredded. Looked fantastic. And that dark, dark tan and his complexion overall as well. I don't think it did him any favors in this sort of, with this same background that we keep getting show after show. And yeah, I think that that hurts the darker guys, and I think it definitely hurt Blessing Awodibu for sure. Because when he's out first by himself on stage, and the lighting I think was a little bit different maybe in the background, or at least it felt a little bit different where he wasn't off to the side. I think he looked much, much better. So anyway, I want to go to some HD photos for you guys as well. Just give me one moment and I'll pull those up for you. Let me just share my screen. One moment, guys, and I'll pull up these HD photos courtesy of Jonathan Moray of Moray Photo. Now let me get to these ones. Let me find where these shots are at. Oops, shared the wrong screen, but I'll still be able to find that one anyway. So let's go to it. So we've got here, this is obviously Regan Grimes and Nathan De Asha. This is from the pre-judging, so where Regan wasn't as good, didn't have this good tan. But let's go through them here. So the ab and thigh, I personally have Nathan on that one. I thought it just moving. He looked just too hard, too shredded. And there's no lack of aesthetics here. Obviously, Regan is super aesthetic. Like I think Nathan's got maybe slightly more complete legs from the front. Maybe, I'd say. And you can see there, yeah, I think Nathan's legs are just a little bit more complete, just that little bit more dense as well, a little bit more happening. And Regan just, especially with that tan, it just sort of washed him out a little bit, where Nathan just looks super crazy, dense and hard and just almost gnarly with those really nice aesthetics as well. Front lat spread, same deal. Just looks so complete. Your eyes are sort of drawn to Nathan. You're drawn to Regan based on the structure, but based on just the completeness and really dense hard muscle, you're drawn to Nathan. Side chest, Nathan is crazy thick. I don't know if he's gotten thicker lately or what, but he nailed the combination between fullness and hardness. So he really nailed that, him and his coach Stefan. And here Regan, like without that tan being darker, maybe if he's darker, this would look deeper. It would have looked a bit more conditioned and would have popped a little bit more. Maybe. And then here on the back double bicep, it's definitely a lot closer in this shot, that's for sure. Regan's got those nice corded hamstrings. The glutes are still there, so he wasn't in bad condition at all. It's just that Nathan was crazy saran wrapped hard. I don't know who I have winning that one, to be honest. That one's much, much closer. Rear lat spread. On this one, I'm like, yeah, give it to Regan for sure. But then I saw other photos and video where I'm like, ugh. But Nathan, so obviously this is a still moment in time, but by this photo, I definitely give that one to Regan. Side tricep, you can say this one's pretty close, but I think just Nathan's just so crispy. Look at the side leg. From the waist down, Nathan definitely wins that. Upper body, you can probably say Regan wins it, but then you can talk about conditioning as well. So, but I'd probably say Regan wins that one. I remember most muscular when we were going through it. Nathan, for me, was hands down. Then you can see it here a little bit more. Nathan, Nathan, probably Nathan again. Roman looks really, really good there, obviously, as well. Blessing's coming out of the pose, and he looked really good in the side chest. You can see here, Blessing is really good. You cut from like just slightly above the waist. You see how good that actually is and how wide he is. Pretty damn impressive. And then you got Roman over here just being all sorts of crazy conditioning. I will go to your guys' comments at the end as well for those who are watching live too. So stay tuned. You look on the relat spread there, and then you're like, okay, it's much, much closer to Nathan. But I don't think Regan's actually sitting on his hamstrings here perfectly. So he may have been sort of in or out of the pose. And you can see Roman just sort of taking names on the conditioning. Like he looks crazy. Side tricep. Nathan's a little bit cramped up here. If he can pull that shoulder back a little bit more, it would open that pose up a bit more for him. Blessing looks pretty good on that one. Just dense, gnarly, hard. Ab and thigh. Nathan again for me personally. Roman looks really good on that one too. It's obviously a good shot for Regan as well. And I think if he had a darker tan at prejudging, it would look better again. That version looks pretty damn good on Blessing. And then the most muscular, when Nathan was hitting these ones, no one was beating him. Outside of maybe Roman. Roman looked really, really good in this variation of the most muscular. He's just nice and wide across the shoulders, tall guy, great condition, and he makes his physique appear even bigger than it is. So he's really worked well and brought that posing in a lot. So super happy for Roman, and obviously super happy for our winner, Nathan De Asha, taking out this contest. So I'll go to your guys' comments right now and see what you guys have to say about this one. Do you agree with the decision? Did you have Nathan winning this show? Someone said, well, at least he won 5K. And obviously that was the bet as well. It was Regan Grimes versus Blessing Awodibu. Whoever wins out of those two wins 5K off the other bodybuilder. So Blessing Awodibu made a net loss on this contest because he won, I think it was, I don't know if it's maybe $1,000, the fifth place. So he's down 4K and obviously traveling to the show as well. So Blessing would have made a loss on this show. Unfortunately for Blessing, that sucks because he looked good. Like he wasn't his best, I don't think, but he's improved a lot since that Chicago Pro, and hopefully he keeps working with Cameron Cheek because they made some very big improvements. Xavier, can you do a Milos impersonation where he makes excuses for Regan's loss? All right, I'm going to do it. I mean, it's a proper disaster backstage. I mean, attending people, they said, oh, now you're on, Regan. And he didn't even have time to get the glaze. I mean, it's I don't want to say they're playing favorites backstage, but I mean, Nathan, being from Europe himself, he had friends backstage tanning him, and Regan really got rough treatment until after prejudging. I said, "Come on, you got to tan this guy properly." I mean, really, this is a professional show. We should have people at the side of the stage ready to come on straight away. And we tried to time it perfectly with the correct insulin and hyperemia protocols to get Regan all-time best shape. And I mean, it happened to Samson back at the Olympia last year, where they was on stage at midnight. I don't know. I'm tired, guys. It's after 5 a.m. But that's my Milos impersonation. I'm making excuses for Regan. Not that I think Milos necessarily will or anything like that. That's just what you guys are saying. And Spider-Man, those who, if you know, sort of comment there if you're watching the live stream and watch to the very end. What else are you guys saying? What else? Nathan won for me. Great results. Nathan is the best complete in the lineup. Yeah, Nathan deserved it. Yeah, I think Nathan deserved it too. Absolutely. It was a stellar comeback win, and I just want to say that I'm super happy for Nathan De Asha. He deserved this win at 2023 Flex Weekend Pro held in Italy. Shout out to Moray Photo. It's a good live stream as well. So shout out to them. Obviously, I purchased all of them, and I'm glad the guys watching along in my live stream purchased it as well. A bunch of you guys did. So that's really, really cool. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you for tuning in to my live review of the 2023 Flex Weekend Pro Italy. Give Nathan a shout out. Say congratulations over at his Instagram. Go follow all these guys on Instagram, Regan, all of them, because we're going to be competing again against each other in just a few weeks' time, I believe it is. Maybe it's next week, but I think it's 2 weeks from now. So stay tuned to that. It's the European Pro Championships. Can Nathan make it 2 from 2, or will Regan come back and beat Nathan De Asha? It's going to be very interesting. I cannot wait for that one. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to all my live streams, the post show, the show while it was going on, the live stream, all of them. It's much appreciated, guys. So anyway, that's it for me. My name is Xavier Wills. This is Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are out.